Good day, everyone. I want to warmly welcome you to yet another class with Manager Wada Bakar. Today, we'll be looking at career opportunities in ICT. Now, the ICT field, as you know, has impacted in various areas of our life, and again has created job or employment opportunities for IT specialists, some of which include programming, database administration, graphic design, network administrator or manager, the engineers, and so on and so forth. Taking us further, we'll now try to look at these respective jobs or employment opportunities one after the other. Now, the first one is the software developers. Now, the software developers are people that create software programs which allow users to perform tasks on the computer or any similar device, such as mobile phones, computers, and other gadgets. Now, a person who writes this software program is also known as a programmer or computer programmer. So any computer programmer is also known as a software developer because they write computer programs. You can see from the picture that the computer programmer there is writing set of instructions. This program are set of instructions that are written using various programming languages like the C++, the JavaScript, the PHP, the CSS, the HTML, and so on and so forth. Now let's look at another profession or job opportunity in the ICT, and this is known as database administrator. Database administration involves the creation and management of database with the help of a database management system, DBMS. DBMS means database management system, and a person who does database management administration is called database administrator. You can see that person in the picture here. He is managing, creating, storing, and distributing or controlling a database. These pictures you are seeing are database centers or storage centers where the database administrator stores his database. Now, taking us further, we'll look at the computer engineers. Computer engineers are the people responsible for designing, developing, and testing computer components such as circuit boards, routers, and memory devices. You can see the engineer sitting here. He's working on a motherboard. So he either is fixing or he's trying to build the motherboard from afresh. And after building this motherboard, he tried to test the motherboard to see if the circuit boards and all other components there are working as required. Now, they also work on what we call routers and other memory devices. So these are the people that we refer to them as computer engineers because they design, they develop, and they test computer components as well as repair computer components. So now let's look at the next one, which is web developers. Web developers are those people that assess the needs of users for information-based resources. They create the technical structure for websites and make sure that web pages are accessible and easily downloadable through a variety of browsers and interface. Browsers are softwares that are used to browse on the internet. So the web developers try to create web pages on the internet and make it accessible and easily downloadable by users through the various web browsers that we have, like Google Chrome, like Mozilla Firefox, and Opera Mini, as well as other web browsers that we have for accessing internet content. So that is the work of a web developer. He develops web pages. This is the image you see here is an example of a web developer. He's working on a web page using different web programming languages like the HTML programming tool and other web development tools that we have. Then next, taking us further, we'll look at a computer network architect. computer network architects. These are people that work on our networks. And what do we mean by network? Network is the interconnection of two or more devices. So people that work on this network are called network architects. They design, they implement, they maintain networking and data communication systems, including the local area networks, the wide area networks, the extranet, and the intranet. These are the types of networks that we have, and the people that manages this network are called network architects. Now let us look at another aspect of our class today, which is computer misuse. Despite all the various rules or impact of the computer in the society, there are still people who try to use the computer in the wrong way, or the negative use of the computer and other related devices. So misuse of computers and communication systems come in several forms as follows. And of course, this is not moral. This is not the norm, because the standard norm is to use the computer as it's supposed. So, but people trying to misuse these computers. Now, what are the various types of computer misuse? We have hacking. Hacking is, of course, when a person, unauthorized person, uses a network, internet, or any modem connection to gain access past a security password or other security in order to see data that is stored on another person's computer, and thereby stealing the information therein. So hackers sometimes use software hacking tools and often target, for example, particular sites on the internet. So they do what we call hacking with the help of the hacking tools that they have, and try to target some of the websites that we have on the internet by stealing their information, their relevant information, and use it for their selfish reasons. That is hacking. You can see the hacker. This picture is showing you a hacker, and they're trying to access into somebody's or an organization's website, and he has break through this security, and that's why you are seeing access granted. So from this now you can gain access to their information and steal their important information for his selfish reason. Next misuse of the computer is pornography. A lot of indecent material and pornography is available on the internet that are stored electronically. So there have been several cases of material which is classified as illegal, or which shows illegal acts being stored on computers. And of course, this illegal act or illegal content on the internet, indecent content on the internet, corrupt the minds of the people, and this is not too good to the society. And that is why you see this picture showing that porn is not allowed. Now, viruses is another aspect of the computer misuse, and viruses are nothing but programs that are written by people to cause nuisance or damage to the computers and their files. So when you see a virus in the computer, the aim is to cause damage to that computer and its files. And once a damage is caused, you need to find a way to rectify this problem, and that is another misuse of computer, because it is people that write this virus and to cause harm to computers of users. So the next misuse of computer here is email and chat room abuses. Well, internet services such as chat rooms and email have been the subject of many well-publicized cases of impersonation and deception, where people who are online pretend to have a different identity. That is what we call impersonification. Chat rooms have been used to spread rumors about well-known personalities. So chat rooms from this image, Facebooks, Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, and so on and so forth, are used to perpetrate all forms of crimes like impersonification, frauds, and so on and so forth, etc. So taking us further, we'll now look at another or other misuse of the computer, which includes copying and distribution of copyrighted software, music, and films. You find out that before, if an artist releases a song on the internet, before it gets to the shop, you see it on the internet. You see people downloading these films, this music, these softwares from the internet without the knowledge or the permission of the owners. So that is copyright and copying and the distribution of copyrighted software. Then we have misinformation and unauthorized transfer or copying. Of course, like I said, misinformation is the spreading of false or rumors. Misinformation means spreading of rumors or false information to the general public. And unauthorized transfer or copying is as good as what we call plagiarism. Plagiarism is when you copy somebody's work from the internet without his permission. That is referred to as plagiarism. And identity and financial abuses are all crimes related to the financial abuses, to the financial institution, like copying of our credit card number by fraudsters, and in order to withdraw our monies, and other forms of financial crimes that occur on the internet. These and many more of the misuse of the computers are the topic we looked at today. Thank you very much, and we have come to the end of our class. Goodbye.